All right, I wanted to give an update on the Tomos electric scooter, moped, whatever you want to call it, mini motorcycle conversion. I've taken a bunch of stuff off, but I've also started putting stuff back on. So you notice the headlight is removed. I am painting it. This is just primer. I didn't have any black primer, so you know that's why it's gray. But I think I'm going to paint this. This color. I think that'll look kind of nice. And this is also the color that I used on the frame. You can kind of see. I'm not sure yet, so if you guys want to comment, that'd be helpful. I could also do it just straight like shiny black, or I could do it like the gray of the tanks that are out there that I'll show you. The tank. There's only one. I'll show you that in a second. But so I'm also going to be painting the indicator lights. I really like these things. Usually the first thing that people rip off, and I think they're awesome. And they make the moped a little bit more conspicuous, which I think is a good thing. So I'm probably going to paint those that same kind of metallic, dark gray or black, either one. But it was kind of messed up. You can kind of see on this other one, there is kind of some oxidization. And I just want everything to look nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint this or not. Probably will end up painting that as well. And the little silver bracket that it's sitting on, I'll probably paint that black. This actually hasn't been painted, although it doesn't look too bad. I may paint that as well. I'm not sure if I want to do all of this right now, just because I want to get on the thing before it gets too hot. You can see the battery is kind of sitting here sort of awkwardly. Strangely enough, so the threaded rod thing, probably controversial choice, but works amazingly. So one of the hardest things to do is stick a big rectangle on a curvy thing that's never had it before. So the solution that I came up with was to use this little mounting point here that like a cover went on originally. One of the covers like I have right here. This is for the left side, but they make one for the right side. And that was just the mounting point for that cover. I'm probably going to get the right side as well because I want to see if I can cover this stuff. It may not work because this is pretty thick, but we'll see. Maybe I'll cut a little hole in it and just have this part protrude in like out of the cover. Can't talk today. And but I would like to cover up all this stuff. So anyway, back to the threaded rod. So this thing is strong. I mean, you can bend it if you really push on it, but the primary reason why this is useful, and so you can see I've put bolts and washers through the seat post, and the same thing down here. The reason why this is so useful is it holds it side to side. I don't know if that's laterally or what, but and it also is a convenient mounting situation for the inverter. I used to have this on there as well, but now just the inverter's on there. And you can see it's attached right here. So when I put that cover on that I showed you over there, on this side, it actually, there's a groove that I made in it, and it actually fits over this and covers up all this stuff. This is new, this wire, but I'll probably maybe have to make a little groove in it for that to come out. But anyway, those covers are awesome. And let me see what's new. So this whole thing is new. This is like bus bar ground thing. I actually made this bracket right here that curves around the rod and holds it really tightly. And I just like that it's kind of under the battery and hidden. I routed these wires. This wire goes to that shunt thingy. That's going to go in the tank, so this will be routed differently. The tank, that's where the tank sits, and this part is encased in the tank, so that weird triangular shape is enclosed in the tank. So this part also holds the battery in a way, because the tank goes over this. The tank is held in place with these sort of U-shaped, welded on brackets, and that prevents this on the front side from moving laterally or side to side. And it also prevents it from moving up and down, because the tank is then attached right here. So it really holds this securely. This doesn't move really at all anyway. But once the tank's on here, it doesn't move, even the slightest bit. So I'm pretty happy with how that is. Let me zoom out a little bit. So some of the wiring stuff I did. So on these mopeds, there's all these wires up here right by the headlight. A lot of little motorcycles will have this stuff hidden in the headlight, but the one that comes with the bike doesn't have that. So what I did was I routed this wire up into the frame here. So you just see this part of it. I may come up with some kind of little box to hold all this stuff. Maybe screw it to the back of the horn or something. But anyway, so that wire goes in here, and I've actually routed it all the way back, all the way to the taillight. I moved the ignition to this side, and I routed it here, the grommet. I routed all of this stuff on the other side, right there. And this all gets covered with the tank. What else did I do? Let's see. So probably the biggest thing that I did was shove everything in there. Like, as much as I could get in there, I put in there. You'll see like that I've got this crazy thing. This is actually very, unnecessary, but I wanted to route all these wires inside the frame without trying to punch a giant hole for the Molex connectors. Like, these were all contained in a couple of, like, 2 or 3 Molex connectors. I separated them out so I could feed them through here, but obviously I'm not going to leave this like this, but it works fine. I mean, there's no, this is all low voltage, so it's not really that important. These are the motor phase wires, and I showed you these Hall sensor wires here. All this stuff I'm gonna sort of situate in here better, and then I'm gonna put a cover on this that I'm gonna 3D print, and that's gonna look really cool, and I'll show you that later when I do it. I haven't done it yet. Anyway, yeah, so I need some kind of solution here that's smaller. I don't really want to shove these all back into Molex again inside the frame. I don't really like those type of connectors. So if you guys have any suggestions on an alternative to get all these things connected that won't be incredibly hard to solder and isn't a Molex connector, I'm all ears. So I think that's about it. The thing runs really well. I think the wiring is correct. I think it's going in the right direction. So, we're very close to getting this thing on the road again. Really, the thing that's slowing me down right now is just painting. So, I don't feel like putting these things on the bike unless they're totally done, because it's a pain in the ass to take off all the little accessories and stuff. There's the charge port that is screwed into that. There's that whole capacity monitor stuff that gets screwed to that. There is, what else is in this thing? Oh, there's a rubber grommet thingy that comes out here that allows you to attach it to the back. So in general, I don't want to have to keep taking it off every time I need to put more paint on it. So right now the paint is built up, I think, thick enough that I can go ahead and sand it with 1000 grit once it cures a little bit. I just finished painting it. There's a lot of little, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of little contaminants. I don't know what happened out here. It's a little bit windy. May have blown a little bit of stuff on it, but it's all very surface. I don't know if it's all, yeah, you can kind of see, I don't know, a little bit here and here. All this stuff can come off with the sandpaper, and that's one of the good things about wet sanding. And I'm pretty confident we're gonna have a really nice paint job here, and I'm gonna clear coat it and make it super nice and shiny. Anyway, that's about it. And guys, as usual, comment and let me know what you want to see or any suggestions you have, and I will be in touch with you with another video soon.